Hoosier teens are in crisis and they need help. That was the message from a group of high school students who came to the Indiana State House today.
And these are students that came from all across the state of Indiana, forming a youth mental health roundtable.
Our Emily Longnecker was there too, and she shares what the teens say is causing mental health issues for themselves and their peers. Emily?
These kids talked about what it's like to be teenagers today, to balance schoolwork, extracurricular activities, and jobs. Add into the mix social media, which they say contributes to bullying, peer pressure, and phones that go off all night with notifications. They say all of it leads to teens who are anxious, stressed, and depressed.
Children are dying. The future of Indiana is dying.
And students like high school seniors Kirsten Nees and Cole Ramsey and their peers on this panel say they have a front row seat to the tragedy.
Every year I've been there, we have unfortunately lost a student to suicide or drug overdose.
That's why these students say they took part in Wednesday's panel on the mental health of Hoosier teens.
I could not sit by idly and watch as my peers and my classmates died.
Now they want Indiana lawmakers to listen when they tell them they need more counselors at their schools so kids who reach out for help don't have to wait to get it.
But these counselors, as we've talked about before, have so much to do that they often cannot meet with students regularly.
The ratio of high school students to counselor recommended by the American School Counselors Association is 250 to 1. A 2023 study showed that in Indiana, the ratio is double that recommendation. These teens say that's a problem for students who desperately need someone to hear their cries for help.
We are a state that is in crisis, and if we do not start listening to our students, more students will die.
Next year's legislative session is still several months away. It will be a budget session where lawmakers decide how the state spends its money over the next 2 years. These teens say that some of that money, more money, needs to be spent on hiring school counselors. They say they can have all the panel discussions they want in the world, but what really counts is what the adults in the room do after those discussions with the information they have. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
Thank you, Emily. And Democratic Senator J.D. Ford, who hosted today's discussion, says all options are on the table when it comes to proposing legislation on how to hire more counselors in schools.